I'm Judge Person. Good morning and welcome to the Temple Municipal Court. Stay on mute until it's your turn and just watching as people's audio connects. So I do welcome everybody to court this morning and good morning. I'm going to repeat myself a bit until I'm clear that everybody's connected, but good morning, I'm Judge Person. Excuse me. I do welcome everybody to court this morning, and let me just make sure my volume needs to come up a little bit. And so hopefully, let's see, I've got folks online. There are a few people I can't identify, and so just quickly, person labeled Plane, Plane. If you could unmute and tell me your name. Yes, what's your name, ma'am?
Amy Alexander.
Amy Alexander. Oh, there you go. Y'all changed it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go. I'm going to remute you, but we'll be back with you shortly. And then I have a person named Teresa's Galaxy, and I think that's Teresa Brochu or Broku. You're chewing. Could you give me your name, please? Not sure that we have audio. Ma'am, can you hear me? Yeah, I don't think we have audio on that one yet. She might be the phone. Telephone number ending in 767. If your phone number begins with 254 and it ends 767, could you unmute? Well, you are unmuted. Could you speak, please, and tell me your name?
Yes, ma'am. It's Amanda Hamilton.
Thank you, Miss Hamilton. Now I've got you checked in. I'll be back with you shortly. And so, Miss Brochu, I don't know how we're going to do anything. Let me see. She's in a car. Car isn't moving, so that's good. I sent a note over. We'll see if anything comes of that. Okay, so I will just welcome everybody to the Temple Municipal Court, and I do want to make some quick announcements that will kind of just orient you to court, even though we're online. Excuse me, even though we're online, we are in court. So I'm just going to expect everybody to just stay respectful of one another, respectful of the court. But I do want to give you just some options and kind of lay it out for you. This is Class C court. Cases that are filed here are Class C offenses. They result in the imposition of fines and costs. They don't result in jail time. Now, people can get warrants for not following up on their court order. And I highlight that because today we're going to make a court order, most likely in all cases. And if you don't follow that court order, you can wind up with a warrant. So sometimes things happen. You sign up to do something, you can't do it for some reason. You need to contact us and talk to someone at the court about it. Not just a quick phone call. You need to make sure it stays on track. So if you find you can't get something done today that you signed up to do, you need to come in and talk to a clerk about it. And if the clerk can't help you, they can push you into this meeting with me. So usually where there's a will, there's a way with problem solving, okay? But if you don't show up, there's no will to solve it, okay? And that's where people get hung up and they wind up with warrants. I think there might be a couple of people with warrants today. I off the top of my head, I don't remember, but I reviewed each file and I'll discuss it with you when it's your turn. I did watch as people logged in, and I've got people in the order that they signed up for or that they were admitted. And so what I'm going to do also is tell you that when you are given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. When you give a plea, you're giving your answer or response to that accusation. And there are three options for pleading. They are guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Now, we're all presumed not guilty. We've heard that before. That changes if you change your, if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, that changes that presumption. And here's why you need to know that. So if you plead guilty, you're admitting it. If you plead not guilty, you're contesting it. If you plead no contest, you're not contesting it. You're not admitting it either. You're just allowing me to move forward with your case. Okay. Now, if you plead guilty or no contest, we move forward with your case. And that normally means there's a general rule and then there are some exceptions. And I'll tell you all of those in a moment. Gentlemen just joined us, but we don't have audio yet. It's kind of that same thing, just no audio. And I don't know who he is. I might remove people who don't have audio in a moment, see if they can reconnect another way. Oh, there we go. I can ask him to unmute. He got connected. Good morning. You're late a little bit, but I just want to, you're labeled K51. What's your name, please?
Dakota
David
Ramsey.
Hickenlooper.
Mr. Ramsey, I've already got you. Thanks. But say it again, David, what? Labeled K51. What's your name, please?
David Hickenlooper.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hickenlooper. Gotcha. We'll be with you shortly. I'm just going to keep you, everyone's muted until it's their turn, okay? The reason for that, by the way, I don't mean anything rude by it, but it's just that if everybody talks, it's absolute mayhem and it cancels everybody out and I don't hear a single thing. So what I'm going to tell you is that back to those pleas, if you plead guilty or no contest, we're moving forward today. If you've already entered a plea, it's set. But if I haven't accepted your plea yet, we'll do that today. If it's guilty or no contest, we move into sentencing. Normally, that means it goes on your record, you pay the fines and costs. Now, there are some exceptions. I'll give you those in a moment. And I also do payment plans subject to people's ability to pay. So I'll be talking to each person. It gets a little intimate because I start talking about your finances with you. And that's for a reason, okay? If you plead not guilty, we're moving that case to the contested docket. Ultimately, that means we're moving that case to trial. And Ms. Broach, I'm gonna remove her. I don't think we're connecting and she maybe she and so what I'll do is move that case toward trial. Now that in this court, that means we're setting a Zoom pretrial that normally meets on Tuesday, Thursday. It's not meeting today for just a variety of reasons. And then we have a final setting where you come into court. And so and then that's a final pretrial. And then if the case is moving to trial, then we're scheduling whether we have a jury to come in and hear that case. And we do jury trials on traffic tickets as well as other Class Cs. So just be aware there's a process you're following. Pleading not guilty, you've got to show up and deal with the citation, even if you disagree. If you plead guilty or no contest, then we're moving into sentencing. And let me just give you those exceptions, okay? So there are 4 ways to keep it off your record. Remember I said at the beginning, if you plead guilty or no contest, there are some exceptions, but normally it goes on your record. There are 4 ways to gain a dismissal. 1 is compliance dismissal. I'm going to explain these quickly in a moment. 2 is the driver safety course option. 3 is what's called a deferred disposition. And 4 is what we call teen court. Now, 1, compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. If you have such an offense, I'm going to start moving towards that dismissal, seeing if I can get you there. I do that automatically, okay, because people don't know what is and isn't eligible for that. The law has to specify, and I just don't expect everybody to know the intimacies of Class C offenses. And the law just says that I do that if I can. So I translate that into, I'm going to walk you through it, okay? An example would be if you have, say, let's say you're driving down the road and you put on your blinker and you turn and an officer stops you and says, the reason for the stop is you didn't put on your blinker. You're thinking, but I know I put my blinker on. I even heard it. I heard it going and come to and figure out your bulb is out. Okay. So a bulb can be out. You put on your blinker. You were trying to do the right thing, but it didn't work. It was broken. So that's what we call a broken light or a defective piece of equipment. you can fix that piece of equipment, come to court on time. And if you were cited for a tail light out or a blinker light out, you pay a $10 dismissal fee, gain a dismissal of the offense, sometimes a $20 dismissal fee, gain a dismissal of the offense. That is a lot cheaper than the ticket. It's a dismissal and it doesn't go on the record. So that's one example. There's about 18, 20 of those in the Class C statutes. I'm not going to detail all of them right now, but if you have one of those, I will walk you through it. You're welcome to ask. Okay. Second thing would be the driver's safety course option. That's just for moving violations. You have to be on time to court, okay, to get into that program. There's a few qualifications which I will walk you through. If it looks like you might be eligible, I'll start trying to see if you're eligible, okay? And that's important because you just pay the court costs. You don't pay the fines. Now, let me explain that statement. Every ticket, let's just talk money for a minute. Every ticket has a court cost and a fine, okay? And when you're looking at the number we have here at the court, I'll give you the whole number. But if you are in the driver's safety course option, you just pay the court costs. The fine goes on hold, okay? And you then get your driving record turned in on time, your driving course turned in on time. You're going to save money. It's designed that way for a reason. The reason being that state law recognizes that people drive better after they take a course for a period of time. And so a driving course can really help keep you and the rest of the people driving safe out there. We all drive together, okay? So that one is good because you save some money, okay? And you keep it off your record. You have to be eligible. You have to successfully complete it on time in order to get to that dismissal and that money savings, okay? This third option is what is called a deferred disposition. Deferred means delay. Disposition means to make final. So I delay making your case final. I put an order in place and it's a piece of paper. And that order will list the things that you need to do to gain a dismissal. And then if you do the things as promised, you get that dismissal. So how you get to that program, the other two I'm walking you through. This third one, deferred disposition, you need to request at the time that I accept your plea. So guilty or no contest, but I'd like a deferred. That's what that would look like, okay? If you don't remember that, just say deferred thing, deferred option. It's hard for people to remember, and there's a couple of names for it that you might have heard. You could have heard deferred adjudication, for example, which is a very similar process, but that's over in felony and jail court. Okay. So it's different in this court, deferred disposition, just call it deferred, but you need to speak up. That's the point I'm trying to highlight is I'm not supposed to walk you through that one. You're supposed to make that request, okay? So I'd like a deferred is how you do that. It's very simple. Okay, and then the fourth option is teen court, high school, middle school students. Very similar to a deferred option in that you get a dismissal. But there's some presumptions we make about students, and I'll walk you through the teen court option if it looks like you're eligible or you might be eligible. So those are the four dismissal options. Deferred is the only one you have to ask for. The other three I'm walking you through, but importantly, if you have questions when it's your turn, just speak up and let me hear what your questions are. And if I can't answer, I'll explain. And if I can answer, I will. So don't be nervous about questions because as my professors always said in school, the dumb question is the one you don't ask. So always speak up and ask. And if I can't give you if there's a reason why the question isn't one I can answer, I'll explain that. Okay. So I'm going to start with Timothy Frederick. I think it was named Tim Fred at the beginning. And sir, if you're able to start your video, and that's going to help. And I'm going to pull your file. One of the reasons I identify people is so that I can pull the right file. Good morning, Mr. Frederick. How are you this morning?
Good morning. A bit tired.
Okay. I'm sorry you're tired, but we won't take very long. We have warrants. And I did get your paperwork and I received there are two charges. One is speeding and one is called violating the promise to appear. That just means that you didn't show up to court on time. And I have guilty pleas on both of those charges. Are those your pleas today?
Yes, ma'am. I live in the northwest side of Fort Worth.
Understood. You've requested $100 a month payment plan. I reviewed your income though. No harm in this, but I want to let you know, it looks like a payment plan could be extremely difficult for you. And so community service is an option in your case. Do you want to do community? You can do community service in your community. Okay. You don't have to drive down to Bell County to do it. Can you do community service?
I could, but I also signed up for peak hours. So I'll be much more tired.
You'll be
Working
more
hours.
tired and
Yes.
you'll have more income too. So I could keep the payment low, even though there's a warrant. I can recall the warrant and keep the payment low. We do $30 a month. And then if you want to get it done faster, well, you just pay it faster. You know,
Okay.
there's no penalty for that. The penalty is if you miss a payment, you go back to warrant. I don't want you to do that. I think, and I just want to double check this with the clerk who's sitting here. I think we have a hold on your license though. And if that's what motivated you to come in today, I appreciate it, but I don't release the hold until the cases are completed. Okay.
Okay.
And so that's another reason if you think about community service or things change and you want to do community service, will give us a call again. But I can do either one. I can do $30 a month or I can do community service. Do you have a sense of where you'd like to take it? Because you know your situation way much better than I do.
I'd like to do 50 or 75 a month.
Well, here's the thing. I can order 30 and you can pay 50.
Okay.
I can order 30 and you can pay 100. I can order 30 and if you don't pay it, then I have to issue another warrant, which adds $100 and some change per case. So I keep it low. And if you want to go higher, you can do that. Okay. And you just get done faster. You get me out of your hair more quickly. But if I order it high and you run into a hard time, now you're stuck coming in to talk to me about it every time. And the goal is not for you to have to talk about your payment plan every month when you make a payment. It's to be able to at least make it and make more if you're able. In your case, I think that's appropriate because you've got a fluctuating income. So all I really need today is a signature. And I can email you all the papers, but I'm going to have you print them, sign them, and get them back to us today. And it can be a fax or you can do a photograph. Like I think you sent him. Yeah, I have a photograph.
My last one was.
Yeah. So you can, like you did, you can print it, sign it, and then photograph it back over, email it to us. That'll work. Okay. Can we get that done this morning?
Yes.
Okay, we'll email it to you. Now call and check that the email got through. Okay. Don't make assumptions. Like people will mail a check, for example, and it gets lost in the mail. And then they say, well, I sent it. Okay. I don't issue a warrant for the post office. I issue it to you. And so just get really clear in your mind that it's yours to care for until it's done. That means following up and making sure that what you think you did really happened. Okay. Because for whatever reason, you know, I shudder to think about all the options of what can happen to a check in the mail or what have you. But don't mail cash. Okay. Money orders, if they get lost, people explain to me that they're very, very hard to recoup. We also take payments over the phone still. We do phone payments, and that's a credit card payment that the clerk does for you, or you can go on the city's website and pay under the municipal courts tab. Okay. But I'll just do it at $30 a month. And can you make a payment today, or does it need to be, what's the specific date that will work for you?
Any Friday is fine.
Okay, so always on Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to start this Friday or next Friday?
This Friday.
Okay, that's the 3rd. And I'm just gonna make a note, always on Friday. Sorry? We're not? Okay, apparently it's a problem to do it that way. We can do it every 30 days, and what you'll have to do is, if it's due on a Monday, you're gonna want to call the Friday before.
Okay.
So for example, in December, the 3rd falls on a Monday, okay? And this month, it falls on a Friday. So, sorry, in January, it falls on a Monday. So I think you would want to pay either the Friday before, or it'll probably settle, it would set for the 3rd, right? Always on the 3rd. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. So it's just going to be every 30 days. Okay.
Alrighty.
And you'll just have to keep an eye on it, and pay the earlier if you need to hit that Friday. If it's due the following week on a Thursday, you're going to want to hit it the Friday before. Okay. Okay, Mr. Frederick, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll send that to you, and I'll recall your warrants today. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see. He did that. He removed. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, let me remove you from the meeting. They've got a new process for me to, I have to report every time I remove someone. So, Mr. McDonald, you can unmute and let me get your file pulled up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm very well. Listen, I got a request, a guilty plea, and a request for teen court under failing to drive in a single lane charge. I don't mind doing teen court, but I need proof of enrollment in high school, and
Okay.
I don't have that right now.
Okay.
When can you get that to me?
I can get it to you this morning.
Morning. What I can do is, subject to getting that from you, I can go ahead and schedule teen court, and then and you'll bring your proof in as a condition of teen court acceptance. Okay. So let's go ahead and move forward with the teen court option. There is a $20 teen court fee, and we do that in cash. Can you pay that today when you come in?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. And then, was there an accident in this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay, it didn't seem like there was. So what I want to do then is let you know that there's a driving course that you'll need to take, and you'll have an option, and we'll have information with your packet when you come in today, but that's going to be due in 30 days. So December 30th. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And, what I want to tell you, and that's going to be the condition for teen court, you gain a dismissal, okay, and you'd save a little over $200, okay, and
Yes,
it'll
ma'am.
keep it off your record. What I want to tell you is that right now, you're in the top group for death and dismemberment on the roadway, okay. The reality is, if you're 25 and under, you are in that leading group for death and injury and dismemberment on Texas roads. And unfortunately, Texas is the #1 state. We kill more kids and young people than any other state. So I want that course back from you as quickly as possible. That's why I've got a short fuse on it, okay?
Yes.
Because I need it back. And if you're not going to do it, come in and talk to me about it, because that's my goal, is to keep you safe. And
Yes, ma'am.
I'll waive money for that, that's how I feel about it. So when can we expect you to be here?
I can come after this meeting if I need to.
Yes, you need to.
Okay.
Okay, so bring proof of enrollment in school, okay? And your $20 and your ability to sign your paperwork When you
Yes,
get
ma'am.
here, read it through, okay? Make sure you understand what's required, and then you'll have a copy of everything when you leave, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna remove you from the meeting. Do you have any questions before I do that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. See you shortly at the front desk.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Oh, it's on the back. It does. It's a setting, but it doesn't matter to me. My next person is Dakota Ramsey. And let me have you unmute Mr. Ramsey while I get your file pulled, okay?
Okie dokie.
So let's see, we do have 3 charges. There is a no insurance charge called failing to maintain, a failure to control speed, and a no driver's license. These are all from September 22nd. And there was an accident as well. And I have a request for a payment plan. And I don't mind doing that, but Mr. Ramsey, I'm showing that you're actually eligible for community service. And I can order that and give you a timetable for getting that turned in. Give me just a moment to calculate your hours. So it would be 36 hours total for all 3 cases. And right now I would put a due date on it for February 1st. Do you have any disabilities or issues that I need to take into account in making an order for community service?
No.
If something comes up and you need to talk to me about it, you normally like that, like a medical issue, normally what you do is get a doctor note for me to review.
Okay.
I let everybody know that. And if you need more time, what can happen is on or before your due date, if you haven't turned all your hours in, you need to come by the court and ask for an extension. Bring me the hours you've done if you've got hours, and that way I can make sure there's no problems happening with it, okay? And let me know how much more time you need, and I normally will grant that, okay? So just so you know, in case, okay? Now, it would be best if you came by the court this morning to pick up your paperwork and sign for it, because it's a fairly hefty packet. It's going to include instructions for how to do your community service, and it's also going to go ahead and tell you not only the instructions, but also a list of places that are friendly to community service in our community. And you're here. So when can you come by?
It would most likely be later today.
Sure. Well, it needs to be today. What time
Yeah.
today?
When does Keith get off work for?
Can you get here by 4:30?
Yeah. And I was wondering too if I could do the payment plan instead, because I'd rather do a payment plan.
Okay, you don't want community service, you want a payment plan?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I can do a payment plan. I just, and I can keep it low at $25 a month. Can you make a payment today?
Not today, but I can, and I can do it that way
What way?
on this Friday.
Friday? Okay.
Yes.
Want to go every other week on Fridays and just have it be $13? Or do you
Sounds
want to go
perfect to me.
once? Okay. Because you're paid on Friday?
Yes.
Okay. $13 every 2 weeks,
Okay, let me write that.
beginning on 12/3/21. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're going to come in. Okay, she's finally done. Miss Bochu, we'll be with you shortly. Great. So Mr. Ramsey, we'll look for you around 4:30, is that right?
Yes.
Now, the other option, because it's a simple signature on that, on the payment plan, is I can email it to you and you can print it, sign it, and email it back. Can you do that? Or do you want to come by?
I would much rather come by so that way I can do it in person.
Okay, that sounds great. We'll have everything at the front desk for you, okay?
Okie dokie.
You have any questions?
Nope, I just gotta be there between 4 and 4:30.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Alrighty,
Thank you.
have a good one.
Too, sir.
Mhm.
Moving
Wow.
forward. Moving forward. My next person is Aiden Demare. I could be saying that wrong. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you say it?
Demar.
Demar. Okay, got it. So you're in school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you go to school?
I'm homeschooled.
Okay. I'm gonna still need proof of enrollment. And it looks like, no, we have it. Okay, we can do that. Got some interference. Sometimes that means mute is and unmuted. No, it's something to do with what's going on with your mic, but okay, we're good. So teen court, let's see. There's a violation of your license restriction and there's a speeding charge. And I did receive a plea. I think I did. Let me double check. A plea of no contest on each case. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now for teen court, there's a $20 fee on each case. So that's $40. Can you pay that fee today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks, Mom. Is that Mom or Dad?
Mom.
Okay, now I see you. Hi. Okay, and then my next question is your license restriction. Is that something, when does that go off of your license? When does it expire?
I don't know. I don't think it does.
It was for, he didn't have his glasses on.
Oh, is that what that is? I'm sorry, I
Yes.
misread it. Okay. I thought it was the 21 and over. Oh, goodness, you need to have your glasses on.
Yes. Most
Drive
definitely.
without your glasses. You know what? I don't know why you forgot, but sometimes people, like you don't have them on right now. Sometimes people think they don't look cool, but it's really uncool when you have an accident. Right? So,
Yeah.
you know, it can be that important. Surely, you know, you want to be mature enough to drive properly. So what I'm going to do is require two things. One is and it's a class for each offense. Okay. One is a driving. These are online options. Okay. And the other is a life skills class. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And those are both going to be due. Means yes, right? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Both are due December 30th. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, it was cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, there's some interference that I'm having with your, I don't know if there's background noise. or
I'm not
what
sure.
it-
It might just be my intercom on the phone. I'm not sure.
It's picking up like sound.
Really? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm getting, it's okay, but I didn't have it till I unmuted you, so I think it's on your end, but
Okay.
we never really know with all this technology. It's great when it works, but when it doesn't work, it's a problem. I just want to make sure that you're understanding me, Aiden, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on the speeding charge, I'm going to require an online driving course. And on the license restriction, I'm going to require a life skills class.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's still going to be less expensive than your tickets if you pay them, but you'll keep them off your record if you turn your classes in on time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so my question is, can y'all come in this morning to do your paperwork?
Yes, we can be there between 11 and 11:30.
Okay. That's fine. I need a parent with him because he's underage. It's
Okay,
legal to sign with him.
okay.
That work?
Yes, that sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. We'll have everything at the front desk and
Okay,
just read through everything very carefully and make sure that you understand, Aiden, what you're required to do. If you need to ask, the clerk can help you. If it's something they can't answer, they'll let me know. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
all right, thank you.
So, minimum on license. Do the minimum. And that is that. Do you need anything else? Okay. Thank you. I'm moving next to, and we're going to try this. Well, she's left the meeting. Ms. Brochu was next, but maybe she'll log back in. She got disconnected. We were doing really well there for a minute, but anyway, maybe she'll get back on. Remy Alexander, are you still here?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there you are. Sorry. Good morning. How are you, Ms. Alexander?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Your file's on top because A, right? So you're probably used to that. So I got your request for teen court and I did receive your plea. Let me just look again. And it was a no contest plea. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are you are eligible for teen court. With teen court, there is a $20 fee. Can you pay that fee today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then there's a driving safety course that you're going to be required to complete by December 30th. You can take it online or you can take it around town. And since you're going to come in to pay the cash you come in, you'll come in and sign as well. And you'll need a parent with you because you're 16. So mom, can you come with her?
Yes, ma'am.
What time would work best for you folks?
We can be there directly after this.
Okay, coming in this morning. I'm just making notes for the clerk. Do you have any questions, Remy?
Will it be dismissed off her record?
Great question. Yes, it will. Teen court is a dismissal.
Very good. Thank you. Ask her.
Ask me.
She wants to know about the restriction G because when we got her license, they never explained it to us, and then we never got one in the mail. And 2 months later, we went up there to get a replacement.
Okay.
So it was never really explained to us. And in that meantime, that's when the accident occurred.
Okay, let me double check the G. Give me a moment. G is the, I just need to short cut that one. Because one day I'll need it and I won't be able to access it. Give me just a moment. The G is anyone under 18. It's called the Teenage Driver Safety Act. I thought it was that one. And the G restriction just says that it's an instruction permit and it's a learner permit. So you have to have a fully licensed driver in the front seat with you who is 21 years or older until that's removed. Normally, you pass the driving portion.
You passed the driving. I'm
So
sorry.
you need to go back into them. And I know, but I'm not DPS. So what you have to do is go back to them and explain to them that, ask them what you need to do, because according to their website, if you look it up, let's see, let me go to their website, make sure that what I'm saying is not hearsay. Let's see. G. So on your license, do we have our license scanned in? Let me just see if I can look at your license. Maybe we have it. Alexandria. Remy, do you have your license with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so. There it is. Let me look at it. Oh, that's not her license. Okay, where it has your G restriction, there should be a date connected to that. Oh, let's see. So the one I received, restriction G. Do you have your hard license yet or still the
Yes,
paper?
ma'am.
Okay, your hard license, look at the G restriction. There should be a date.
There's no date.
Okay, then that sort of doesn't make sense to me because the G restriction, normally it used to expire 6 months from the date of issuance. That used to be, but it normally, let me look up the code on that because it's 545 traffic code 424. Let me just pull that and see. Let's see. Okay. People logging in at 9:45. Yeah. Well, there's another one that I don't know who he is. I think. Hold on. I think you might have what is called a learner license. Um, D2. How long have you had your license?
Since August 27th.
I think it's supposed to time out. I think you're going to need to, they normally put a date on that. And so it's a little bit odd that they don't have a date on that. And you weren't cited for it. So that would have helped me understand exactly. There's two G restriction possibilities for you. One is a time restriction. So it's like at night, there are certain times of night that you can't drive.
It is midnight to 5.
Yeah, it should be midnight to 5. That's a possibility. And the other one is, that front, if you've done both portions of your license, then you shouldn't need a licensed driver in the front seat. So I'm thinking it's the midnight to 5 restriction. But it's both fall under G, and they should have spelled out what it was. I'm a little confused that didn't happen. It's a good question. I wish I had a better answer for you. You might look up your driving record on the DPS website and see if it tells you a little bit more about it. You can do that by going to the DPS website, do a search for DPS driving record. Don't go to another site, go to theirs, okay? And look up your driving record. You can do it with the code. There's a long number code, not your license number, but there's a long code at the bottom, and you'll need that to put it in. And look up your driving record and see what it tells you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why. If normally there's a date associated with it, that's the front seat person. So I think yours is just midnight to 5. You can't drive. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So y'all are coming by, right? Okay. We'll see you soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me try Ms. Rochi to come in again. While we're waiting, so let's see. Mr. Hickenlooper, can you unmute? Let me ask you to unmute. Can you unmute? He froze, something happened. Okay. There you are, Ms. Brochu. I've seen you struggling with the audio. How are you this morning?
I have. I'm doing good. I got it finally.
Yes, you did great. Thank you for continuing to try. I noted that you might not be able to manage, and that's okay. We would have reached out to you, but so I did receive everything that you submitted. Okay, and there's a red light charge, and the costs and fines are $334. It's in a capious status, meaning that there's a warrant that's been issued, and
Yes.
I'm gonna need to get you back onto a payment plan.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still at Capital Truck?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When you're paid there, are you paid every week, every other
Yes.
week?
Once a week. Yes.
Once a week. Okay. So what day of the week are you paid?
On a Friday afternoon, Lily, at 5.
Okay. We're gonna go at 5 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we close at 5. So we're gonna do Mondays. $25
Okay.
every other Monday. Okay.
Okay. Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
start next Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna need your signature because it's a warrant. Can you come by the court today?
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay.
went down there and set up this court date.
Yes, same place.
Okay.
Okay, and once you sign, we'll just,
Good.
are you there?
Well,
Once you sign, we'll be able to recall your warrants, okay? I think we've lost communication again. Let me see. It shows we're connected, but audio, I can't hear you. And video, I can't see you. Mr. Hickenlooper, can you unmute? Mr. Jackson, I'll be with you in a moment. I don't think you can hear me yet. Person online on the phone, and I remember now, it's Amanda Hamilton. On the phone, can you unmute? Phone number ending in 767, can you unmute? Good morning. Tell me your name again.
I'm sorry?
Tell me your name again.
Amanda Hamilton?
Okay. So Ms. Hamilton, I did review your information and I am able to order community service in your case. You live in Temple.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to come by and sign your paperwork. When can we look for you?
Within the hour.
Okay. It comes out to 36 hours of community service. I'm going to
Okay.
put a due date of February 1st on that. If you
Okay.
wind up needing more time, come in on or before your due date to get an extension and bring me what you've got, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When can I look for you to come in?
I could probably be there within the hour.
Okay, this morning.
Yeah,
That'll
I
work.
gotta walk over.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll have everything at the front desk for you, okay?
Ready, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mr. Hickenlooper, are you there?
Yes.
Great. Listen, I can cut to the chase. I've got a dismissal on your insurance charge and your other charge, which is a expired registration charge. Are you going to be able to get your registration done by tomorrow?
I've already gotten it done. When did I get it done? I got it done a week or two ago.
Okay.
Let me look when I got it done.
The paper that you got from that had your tag on it. Remember what you peeled your tag off of?
Yeah, it says 11/19 is when the date that it says.
Can you bring that paper over? We can see if I'm able to dismiss it with a $20 fee.
Okay.
Can you bring it in by tomorrow? Can you hear me, Mr. Hickenlooper? You muted somehow, but if you can bring that in by tomorrow, that's what I need to see. And there's a $20 dismissal fee if I can dismiss it.
I could pay it by Friday.
Okay. Are you going to bring me that paper in by tomorrow?
I could do that.
You've got to bring it in by tomorrow or you'll miss your dismissal option.
I can do it on my lunch. I can bring it up on my lunch.
Okay.
Today.
Okay. Come on by and then I'll give you till Friday to pay the $20 payment. But I need to get that paper today, okay?
Okay.
I'm just making a note in your file. Do you have any questions?
So once I show that paper to you and pay the $20, will that show on my record?
No, it wouldn't if you can do all that. I need the paper today. And then
Okay.
today you can sign another extension to pay it on Friday if you need till Friday
Okay.
to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
No, I'll call my boss right now and tell her that I need to come up and sign some papers, and bring that paperwork up to you.
That would be perfect, Mr. Hickenlooper. Okay. See you around lunchtime. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Mr. Jackson, good morning. Can you unmute?
How you doing this morning?
Well, doing all right. I'm kind of curious why you're logging in at 10 o'clock instead of 9.
When I was there, and I guess she forgot to tell me the email that she had just sent me, and I was like, so how do I do the Zoom? And she's like, well, you'll receive email on the 30th. So I was waiting for the email today to get onto Zoom. But then I just called the Mystical Court and she told me, no, go back to the email that you was sent on the 15th.
There's some confusion because we send it right away. We don't wait till the day before. What she probably said is you'll receive an email so that you can connect on the 30th. Anyway,
Yes,
the reason I'm caring about the detail like that is we've got warrants in your case, and we can resolve them if you're willing to resolve them. But I just want to get real clear that deadlines are deadlines. And if you don't know, it falls on you to know. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to get real clear with you about that because I don't want to, I don't mind issuing warrants, but I'd rather not,
Yes, ma'am.
and all it does is just make the burden harder on you. And I'm not interested. Okay. I'm interested in a resolution. So there were 3 older charges and they have balances existing. And whatever we do today, we're going to add those to what we do. But on the 2 new cases, I did receive the pleas that you submitted of guilty on those charges. One was a registration charge. The other was a no driver's license charge. And I know that I have a hold on your ability to get a license for these older cases. So I'm very interested in getting you to a solution point on those cases to wrap it up so that I can release your license. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking for a charger.
Those older charges?
No. I'm looking for a charger to charge my phone.
Oh, okay. Sure. That'd be great.
Oh, okay. As far as them other charges, I thought when I went to jail, when I got pulled over, that all that was being. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. That is a logical assumption, but I might not have known you were in jail to give you credit. So my first question is, were you at Bell County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. They actually let me look at their records. Let me look at their record and see if I can confirm that. And if I can give you jail credit. Okay. And then the new cases, I can't do the new cases that way.
Oh, that's good. I can do community service.
Yeah, you're eligible for community service. That's exactly where I was going. So
yes,
look, I want to, if I can give you that credit, I certainly am glad to do it. Give me just a moment. We're looking it up. Okay.
No, thank you.
Yes, just hold tight, as they say.
Yes, ma'am.
We're working on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, well, actually, it was December 30th. Oh, okay. So, Mr. Jackson,
Yes, ma'am.
checking the Bell County records, you were arrested in November of 2015, but this ticket, the tickets that I have that aren't time served, that are warrants, those, you weren't stopped yet. You were stopped December 30th of 2015.
Okay.
So you can't go to jail and then get arrested and
Yes, ma'am. I get you.
yeah, it's the wrong time.
Yeah, I just thought I had. If I got pulled over by that time, I should have had went to jail. I'm young, so I'm figured every time I got pulled over, I done went to jail. So why I didn't get time served? But I get you. I got it.
Yeah, I can't time serve you in the future. Like I can't say, you were arrested this week, and later if you get tickets, I'll just count it.
Yes, ma'am.
It has to be, you have to be charged and then get arrested for me to give you credit.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes, ma'am.
it's still a good question. I'm glad you asked. Okay, because people, and you also were younger, and that's 6 years ago, and it probably all felt like it happened all at the same time because there's probably about 15, 30 days in there where all that happened. So
Yes, ma'am.
I get it. But so what we do now is everything goes to community service. Okay.
The recording went out. I didn't hear what you said.
Yes, of course. Everything goes to community service now.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that becomes 82 hours.
Oh, that's good.
And well, I give triple credit up front. So it's hour for hour. Right
Yes,
now, I'm
ma'am.
going to put 60 days on it. Now, you might need more time, and that is fine. I'll
Yes,
give
ma'am.
you as much time as you need, provided you do one thing. Honor before your due date. Come in, bring me what you've done. Okay, so
Yes,
I can
ma'am.
kind of look at it, make sure there aren't any problems developing. And
Okay.
then I'll give you 30 to 60 more days, depending on how much you've gotten done. Okay? The sooner
ma'am.
you get it, the sooner you get it done, the faster I can release that license.
That's my biggest thing. I need my license.
Yeah, I want you to have it. I need to clear my cases. Okay. So here's my question. I need you to come in and sign for your community service. Can you do that like right after this meeting?
I actually have to wait on a ride, but if I can get that Thursday, if that's okay,
I need it today.
today, I'll find a ride to there today.
Okay.
Because I actually stay in Killeen.
Right. I understand. So just you're coming in today. We'll look for you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And that'll resolve everything if you can just get those hours done. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Mr. Jackson, do you have any further questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Hang in there and let's get her done. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mrs. Bochu, I just have you coming in, just remind me, you coming in to sign for your payment plan, okay? So you actually just need to head on over, okay? She can't hear me. Cameron's iPhone, Miss Gilmore. Miss Gilmore, she can't hear me either. No, she can. Miss Gilmore?
Yeah, that's me. I mean, not
Okay.
Miss, but
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I apologize.
No, you're okay. You're
All I
okay.
see is a steering wheel.
Yeah, my front camera is broken. So
Okay. All right. Well, then just, either make it face you or turn it off because it's not really helpful. I can't
Okay.
really communicate with your steering wheel. Can you turn it around?
Can I just go like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
That's what I was asking. And so I've got two issues. Okay, thank you. So I granted community service July 8th of 2021.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
we didn't get that turned in. And then you wanted a payment plan. October 6th, I granted that. We never got the payments. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can do community service. I can do payments, but I can't, I can't work with someone who doesn't deal with their tickets.
Yes, ma'am. I completely understand. I completely understand.
What's the
so
deal?
so the deal was in October 6th when I said, could we do the payment? I have no excuse for the community service, and I might as well be honest about it. I have no excuse for it. At the time I was still I was looking for a job at the time, and the community service was 100% my fault. There's no excuse for that. But I had a job on October 6th, and so I was like, okay, I'll start making these payments. And then I lost my job October 22nd, 23rd, because of an incident with a customer.
Okay.
But now I went over. So when I went to the courthouse to talk about it, and to get a new, I guess, hearing, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any money. So they asked if I could pay, and I was like, I can't. I had $7, and but now I'm working at a new job called Target Solutions. It's a restoration company.
Right.
That same day I got that job, and I get paid each week. So I was thinking if like I could just pay like 150, as soon as I get paid, just because I haven't paid anything, and that would make put a pretty big dent in it. And yeah, but the community service was 100%.
Yeah. Okay, listen, we're good. It's just, what are you specifically requesting? Because I've heard a lot of different numbers, and I need to make a court order. So when do you get paid in your job? What day of the week?
Friday.
Friday. Every other Friday?
Every week.
Every week.
Yes, ma'am.
And then my next question is, this Friday, can you pay $25?
I want to pay a little more. Like, can I pay like 75?
Yeah, you can always pay more.
Yeah, because I want to get I really want to get.
Here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I want you to get it over with too. So I'm going to order a minimum of $25 beginning December 3rd. You can pay it early. You can pay more. You just need a minimum of that amount every other week. Okay.
Okay.
So I need you to come by today to sign for it. And
Okay.
then if you want to put a big down payment down, you're just going to get done faster. I'm not going to charge you interest or anything like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So come on over. When will you be here this morning?
I can be there in 45 minutes.
Okay, that'll be perfect.
Okay.
And just come to the window, and you're just going to sign for your order. Okay. And then if you want to make payment today, that's going to mean you don't have to pay Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
See, if we set up 10 payments and you pay $100, you've satisfied 4 payments, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So just check them off you'll have a list of payments. Check them off as you do them. And if you pay them early, that's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just want something that's going to work no matter what. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You have any questions?
I do not. Everything was crystal clear.
Okay. We'll give you a copy of everything when you come by. Okay.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Miss Bachu, I sent you a note. I can't hear you, and you're going to just need to come in. I sent a note on the chat box to you as well. I've made an order for you to do a payment plan, and we need you to come by this morning to sign. But at this point, court is now over, and I'm just going to have to end the session. Thank you.